My Hero Time, chapter 417. Last time we had Deku beating the dog hell out of Shigaraki and beat that man so bad that he beat him into a flashback. So that's where we ended up. I'm not going to waste any time. 417. All right. 417. Zooming in. Excuse me. All right, so Deku hit, flashing and earth shattering. Camera's flying away. What's even happening there? I can't tell what's going on anymore. It looks like Izuku Midoriya bulldozed his way into the blob of fingers. Next. Deku's crazy. This boy's a mad lad, bro. He's crazy. Like, he's off that finger. Like, he's holding one of the fingers back. That's crazy. Landing the punch. Is that Shigaraki's dad? Is that his face, or is that Shigaraki himself? That's the scar over the eye, it looks like. So it's Shigaraki, right? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Wait a second. Nana's looking around. Everyone's... Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God. What's wrong with him? What is he doing? Okay. The boy's crazy. I said this last chapter, right? And I'm going to stick by it. Kudo came up with, he theorized a plan, used himself to make sure if the plan worked or not, gave instructions, and then executed. And not even 5 seconds after he did that, everyone just forgot what he said. The instructions were clear. Banjo, you are the last person to stay behind. You are the last person to stay behind. Not let's throw everybody at him at the same time. It should have been, if we're going to throw everyone, we throw everyone but leave Banjo behind. That's what it should be. But it makes sense if Shigaraki is this weapon of mass destruction that if he touches the ground, you end up decaying. So it would make sense for Nana to probably be the last one. Granted, he loses his defense, but it makes sense for Nana to be the last one because at least he still can be airborne and not touch the ground if Shigaraki does end up touching it. Continuing. Goodness gracious, this boy is insane. Okay. Yoichi? Bruce? Banjo? Toshinori? I'm the only one who got repelled? But why? Hold on. However we got here, Grandma, you can rest assured that I hate you too with all my heart. No, it's not because he hates me. Mommy, don't leave me. Oh, gosh. My own weakness is to blame. 417 Shimura. All right, look at all the paneling of the all for one lines. All right, Deku's here. Whoa. Say you learn more, then what? Who is this? Who is this supposed to be? Say you expose his past to the light. Will that change a damn thing? That's me. Oh, that's me through Shigaraki's eyes. Okay. I guess he's using that form to chat. That's interesting. I like that. That's cool. I don't know. But letting this end without finding out wouldn't sit right with me. Interesting how he views Midoriya. How about you die instead? You will let me in. Deku, because Deku's a mad lad. You will let me. Truck-chan? Truck-chan? What? Yikes. Out of the road. Where are your parents at, kid? A physical interaction in this space? I'm loving what Hori is doing with all of the all for one lines. Like the truck has all for one lines on it. We've seen the paneling, right? Like the bubbles have all for one lining. The previous chapter, you had the all for one lining on the edge of the panel. Okay. You've delved deep into Shigaraki's subconscious. As a successor yourself, your thoughts take solid form here, so you can affect each other physically. 7th, I was the only one to get repelled again. I'm sorry. Please don't be. I'm glad you're still with me in this. Oh, brother. Think of this space as Shigaraki's core, his origin. Him at his most delicate and malleable. In this place, he's likely to be fragile. It's here that you can reach out and strike at his origin directly. And do what? I'm curious. And do what? Right, his origin. Who's that up there? Is that Deku? Shiggy Deku? Well, we need a new name to call him. So we have so it's like you have Shigaraki, Shiggy, all for one. You have Shiggy for all. No, Shiggy for one, right? All for Shiggy, whatever we want to call him. But Shiggy for all. Not Shiggy for all. Shiggy for one. Whatever the name is. My brain is scrambled right now. So we need like a Shiggy. No, we can't use that because that's what shippers use. So we can't use that. Shippers always got to ruin everything. Damn it. Let me continue. Oh, it's Stain. What is Stain doing here? That's why you're about to die. Why are you here? Stain turns into Redestro. What burdens do you bear? What do you seek to build? Turns into Overhaul. Got a plan? Nope. Get out of my way. This is crazy. Busts through the door. He busts through the door, but the door is someone holding a picture of Nana and his dad. It's a secret. So this is Grandma. That photo, Kotaro, you kept it. Of course, like I would assume that I can't think from her perspective. She probably would think that he just hated her. So I can't even say that. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn. Let's be a brother-sister hero team, but keep it a secret from Daddy. So we're walking through everything. Oh no. Oh no. This is ripping her apart. I don't like this. No. I'm not a fan of putting Nana through this. Hori. Hori. I'm not a fan of putting Nana through this. Not a fan. You know, like, she has to feel so guilty. That silhouette must be Shigaraki. Oh, Deku. Oh, Deku. That rejection again. Bouncing me back. When I'm a stone's throw away. That wasn't your grandmother in the picture. That was a monster who abandoned her child. Oh my goodness. Right, of course. He didn't keep the photo because he wanted to. Do you really want to know what heroes are? He couldn't part ways with it. They're people who hurt their own families only to help complete strangers all along. All that time he just couldn't bear to abandon it. And the scars I inflicted on him got passed down to Shigaraki. If only I could have taken down All for One and gone home to my son. Oh my goodness. This is heartbreaking. I'm sorry, Kotaro. Oh, is Deku gonna send her? Shimura now. Your mom was weak. Oh my goodness. Broke it completely. I'm sorry. I never made it home to you. Sorry, Grandma's to blame. I hate it. You hear me, Mon? I can't take it. Deku's younger. Deku's younger. His appearance is younger. Dude, what the hell is gonna happen? So it's like we went a step deeper. We blasted through, and it took us even deeper. And this is the moment of awakening. I don't even know what to think for this chapter. You know, this was tough. This was tough. This is tough. What needs to be stated, because I feel like there's probably gonna be some people confused. We're not changing it. Like, we're not. I don't think we are, but we're not changing it's like time travel. That's not like, we're not changing the events of the series. We're breaking through all of these different barriers so that we can actually reach Tenko. Deku changing the past would be hilarious. It's like that. It's like, I don't think that's what's happening, but that's not happening. It's the visual of us breaking through each level and going deeper and deeper. Now, my question is, and this is a serious question, once again, has to be mentioned, All for One is somewhere in here. We don't know where he is, but he's somewhere in here. Now, we're going through all of this emotional, unpacking and breaking through to Tenko, all of this stuff. And we know that is what All for One needed in order for perfect synchrony between his vestige and Shiggy's body. So what's to say? This popped into my head. What's to say that Deku trying so hard to break through to reach Tenko isn't going to do the work for All for One, because he couldn't do it. And he breaks open this thing, breaks it open, opens little Tenko up. And lo and behold, All for One can now hatch his plan, because there's nothing that's binding him anymore. Nothing that's keeping him out. And it's like, damn, it's like Deku now. I feel like we're going through all of this emotional unpacking, and it's going to lead us somewhere. I don't think it's going to be like, and we got through Shigaraki and X, Y, and Z, and the story's over. Because you don't, All for One is still, his specter is still there. Unless we're just saving it for a part 2 that we don't know about. We go through all of this, we unpack it, and the series ends. And it's like, however long from now, Hori announces that we're going to do part 2 for My Hero, and that's when All for One shows back up. But if that's not the case, I think, like, actually thinking about it, it's very clear that we honestly could be doing the work for All for One, because he was at a standstill. He was like, oh, my vestige inside of Shigaraki was overrun and all this stuff, and we knew that Shigaraki had hit Tenko down and did all this stuff, and now you have Deku just breaking through. So it's like taking inventory, exactly how it was explained a couple of chapters ago. I'm using couple loosely. How it was explained a couple of chapters ago, Deku is now just an empty vessel. He has it's hard to say, but we don't know if he has the ability to pass it on because Yoichi's gone. We don't know that. But we know that he's basically just baby All Might now, 100%. He doesn't have any extra additional quirks unless he has his own quirk that's been lying dormant. Unless he has his own quirk that's been lying dormant this whole time, all he has is super strength, super speed, all the stuff that All Might has. So he basically is just baby All Might, but he's stronger than All Might because of the stacking. We have that. All for One's a mystery. We don't know where Shigaraki is going to be after all of this. Hell, I don't even know what's going to happen in this next chapter. I don't know if Deku is going to be able to get through to Tenko, stop him from killing his family. I don't know what that would do for a Tenko to not experience that again and relive it again and again and again and again. There's no telling what that could mean. I genuinely think, though, I can't get my mind off of, we go through all of this and it feels so it's so heartwarming, and this crazy emotional moment happens, and that bastard's face, that bastard's potato face shows up and was like, thank you for doing what I couldn't do. And then now it sets us back at 0, and we have some weird fully realized All for One inside of Shigaraki's body, something crazy, something like that. I don't know. Or maybe how we have the fingers and stuff molting out, All for One pops himself out of Shigaraki's body or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. We seen the weird hands make faces of his family. So it's possible that All for One could pop out of Shigaraki and be like a brand new person or something. I don't know. Anything is legit possible at this point. Anything is legit possible. Also, one thing I want to bring up is how I brought up the fact that Deku now has no quirks. He is very susceptible, and also has to be mentioned right here on page 6 when he almost gets hit by the truck. And Nana's like, you've delved deep into Shigaraki's subconscious. As a successor yourself, your thoughts take solid form here, so you can affect each other physically. Now, if there's another party that goes this deep too, then that would mean that they would be able to affect them subconsciously as well. So that means as vulnerable as we are, as vulnerable as Shigaraki is, because we're at his core, we are just as vulnerable because we are making ourselves available in this core. So that means if there were to be some damage done, All for One possibly could hurt the both of them in this deep consciousness that's happening. That could be possible too. So no, we have no vestiges protecting us anymore, because Nana shot herself through it to stop what's his name, Kentaro. So now Deku is legit alone. He's 100% alone. He has nobody to lean back on. He has no extra quirks to help him. All he has is his super strength and all that. And now he's the most susceptible. He's the most susceptible. I feel like we are at this, like, we've already reached, I feel like we're close to like the point of no return. We're at the end of the series, but the point of no return being like, when it's like, what's the climax? What is the climax going to be? Not knowing what the climax is going to be, I feel like it's leaning towards that direction. I feel like it is. I don't think this is just going to be like, we get through to Shigaraki, and because we've done this crazy damage to him, he's not going to survive. But we are able to break through, and now Tenko's free, and Shigaraki is like this weird. I don't even know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. I don't. I have no idea what to make of this. Like, how this next chapter goes, which is going to be in 2 weeks, by the way. How this next chapter goes, like, is Deku gonna? I don't know. Is Deku gonna stop him? Is he gonna be horrified at what he sees? Because he's genuinely alone now. But now we have to make note that he's even younger. Because this is him in UA. This is him in middle school. So I don't know. It feels like if we make another let's say we make another breakthrough. We get past this point of him. We stop him from killing his family, and that breakthrough sends us deeper. And then we get like the revelation that All For One is the reason why Shigaraki ended up getting decay. But we make that, like, it's like we go deeper, and it's like Deku's not in middle school, but he's in elementary school. He's a little younger when we get to experience that or something. So it's like he's like so it's like he's a kid too, while Lil Tenko's like being taken advantage of by All For One. And it's just like, it sets the stage for this bastard to show back up again. Or let's say we break through and we do get the revelation that All For One gave Tenko decay. What's to say that the All For One that we get in this memory isn't sentient and isn't aware of what's happening? So it's like, it's this weird meta thing of all of these memories have been us interacting with the memories, but the memories not interacting with us. But because of the nature of All For One, we get this deep memory, and the memory starts interacting with us. And now we're having this weird thing where we're interacting with something that happened for Shigaraki 20 years ago. But that All For One is now conscious, sentient, interacting with us, and now we got to try to get. I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like it's leaning that way. I do. But this was a tough one, man. Having Nana to go through this, but for her to finally have a moment, right? She got to have this moment of pushing through, and she got to like say her piece, even though it's like he's not there. It's not him, but she got to have that. It's good. Also, I don't know how Shigaraki is gonna react to it, like how he's reacting to it or not, because right now we're not even getting his POV. Like, once we pushed our way through the door, it's like we left his POV. I also think it's really funny that we did Stain to Redestro, and then Overhaul's mask came from Redestro's long nose. I feel my voice about to go, so I think I gotta call it. I feel it. Excuse me. I feel it, so I think I gotta skedaddle. I would love to sit and chat and chit chat and theorize and talk about it. I'm gonna read this chapter by myself a couple of more times, 1000%. Because there's a lot in here. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that I missed too. I can't wait for you guys to tell me. I think it's just interesting how how Shigaraki views Deku. Like the eyes is from when he went crazy in the first war, whenever we first merged worlds and he tried to take One for All from him. When Nana and Yoichi was like, no, we're not letting you take him. From that moment, his eyes are the same. His outfit is matter of fact, this is just Deku from the first war, is it not? It is. Because the sleeves are gone. That's just him from the first war. That's how he views him. That's interesting. Because that's genuinely like outside of their meeting at the mall, this was their first real like conflict fight. So for him to view him like that, it's very interesting. I do wonder, like, the deeper we go, the younger Deku goes, will that put him at a disadvantage if All For One does show up? I'm curious about that. Sorry, I'm about to leave. I'm about to sign out. My voice is about to give up. I feel it. Great. This is a great chapter. It was a great chapter. I'm about to skedaddle. About to. Excuse me. Let me look really quick. I didn't see it. Is it weird that I want Shiggy to decay one of Deku's arms and then Deku to excuse me, completely destroy his other arm, which does mean he'll end the series with no arms? Deku reaches his hand to Tenko and he decays Deku's arm. Since beginning we heard Deku probably loses his arms, so him also destroying his other arm with the punch could be a good payoff. Maybe not completely and make it so that he just can't move his arm anymore. There's a possibility that could happen. Like, now that you say it, yeah, my voice is about to go. There is a possibility. There is a possibility. I don't know if I want the boy to be armless. Right? I don't know if I want him to be armless, because it's like, let's say if he does end up armless because of this endeavor and we need like the reprieve and then overhaul shows back up and gives him his arms back, we're just going to end up in a situation where it'll feel the same way about like when Bakugo died but then he came back. So it'd feel the same way. I don't think Hori nor Shonen Jump would let the series end with Deku being armless. I don't think so. Maybe one arm, and he gets some sort of like support item, because he has, at this moment, he has no quirks. Right? He has no quirks whatsoever. So it's not like we could what's his face, do all the cool stuff that we were talking about last week of Black Whip arm or generator. That's not possible no more, unless he gets them back somehow, some way, which I don't think is gonna happen. But like, I don't know. It'd be kind of crazy for him to have one arm. It really would. But yeah, he's gonna get younger and younger. What I talked about, this video gonna go up mad quick though, because it's mad short. What I was saying, thing that I thought about, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't need to go in a coughing fit on this video. But I was bringing up the fact that we know that All For One's vestige is somewhere in Shigaraki. We don't know where though. We don't know if it's being tied up. We don't know what it is. And we know that All For One's vestige wasn't able to do what it wanted, like what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to slowly work its way and like become like a symbiotic relationship with Shigaraki and take over. And it wasn't able to because of how Shigaraki packed could be a possibility. Maybe. But like he compacted Tenko, hit him away so that it's like All For One wasn't able to do what he needed to do. So I'm thinking the thought that pops up is, we have Deku who has weakened himself, right? not only has he lost the quirks, but he's lost the vestiges and the knowledge and the wealth of information that they all carried. He's lost all that too. Besides him remembering the stuff that they've told him, he's lost all of that. And in these memories, he keeps getting younger and younger and younger and younger. Which I think is like, just like this chapter, we had Deku at the start of high school break through and send Nana through and push through to a deeper memory, which is him destroying Mon. Killing Mon, destroying is crazy. Killing Mon, killing his family, activating decay. Now let's say Deku stops this moment from happening through his own willpower, and we push through to a deeper memory. And the deeper memory is, let's just hypothetically say the deeper memory is All For One. Like, it's confirming that All For One gave Shigaraki decay, and he was that man that brought him back home randomly that one day, and he gave him that quirk so that all this could happen. And we get to that deeper memory, but Deku goes from being a middle schooler to an elementary schooler, and we get the same image of whenever you had little kid Deku reaching out to the little kid Tenko holding Mon, like that imagery. We get these two kids, and for whatever reason, because it's All For One, it's not a memory of All For One. All For One sentient, and now All For One is like, oh, I have you right where I want you. You've broken through all of these barriers for me when I wasn't able to do it, and now everything that I wanted to do in the first place, I'm able to do now. Thank you. That's where it leaves me to be. It's like All For One couldn't do this, and the only one that could do it was Deku, and he did it. And he left the door. Look, in this right here on the last page, he left it wide open. He blew it apart. It's shattered now. There's nothing stopping him anymore. Right? There's nothing stopping All For One anymore to run rampant. So it's like now if he was just in the corners hiding back, he can just step to the forefront. And I also brought up how there's no telling what could happen. It's like, do we get Tenko that, like, do we lose the Shigaraki personality? Does that just end up do we kill the Shigaraki personality? And now Tenko just takes over the body? Is that what's gonna happen? We've seen Tenko take over the body when Mirio was there. Like, we seen him act like a kid. So that's possible, maybe. Like, do we get that? Is it possible we've seen like the fingers and all this stuff and this big gigantic nasty thing? We've seen like the body create like his family's faces. Does All For One somehow make a new body out of Shigaraki's body and separates it? So now All For One is now alive again with a body with his quirk back. And we have like Tenko, Shigaraki, and Deku. Like, is that what this is going to be? Like, because if that's what this is going to be, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm here for it. But it's just like there's so many different ways that this could go. It just depends on what happens next chapter. And I can't call really what's going to happen next chapter. It could be a myriad of things. It really could be. But, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still sick. I'm going through it. No chapter next week. There's going to be a chapter in 2 weeks. Matter of fact, the next time we get a chapter, hold on, let me look at the calendar really quick. We'll be a week out from the anime now. Yeah, next time we get a chapter, we'll be 1 week away from the anime starting. So that should be fun. Oh, the next time we get a chapter, I might not be able to do it that day. So it might be a chance that the next chapter comes out on Monday instead of that Sunday, because I'm not going to be home. I just looked at the date. So if I'm able to do it, I'll get it out. But if I'm not, I'll just do it the next day. So definitely putting that out there. I'm calling it. I got a headache. My throat's killing me. I'm like 5 seconds away from just barking everywhere. Thank you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out. Dude, I was saying it. we're at the point of no return. I'm trying to get better, but we're at like that point of no return where it's like we're about to reach that climax. And it was before, I remember a couple months ago, we were all like, what is the climax going to be? Like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be like something happens and everyone shows up, this and that? It's just like, it feels like we're here. It feels like we're right about to do this. It feels like we're right about to hit the top and not come down yet, but we're right about to. And I genuinely think, like, for real, within the next 2 to 3 chapters, All For One's potato head face is going to pop up and it's going to be like, aha. The next 2 or 3 chapters, I feel it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be at the end of the next chapter or the chapter after, where it's going to come at this moment where it feels like Deku has really just accomplished something that is impossible as hell. Or it's just like, I can't believe he just did this. And then it's going to be like a black panel and then his potato face, and then everything's going to come unraveling. But I feel like that's what's going to happen. I genuinely feel like that's what's going to happen. But also, this leaves it up. If Star is somehow in here damaged, pick her up. Right? Pick her up. She's up for the grabs. You're empty right now. But I've also been sick for a week, man. It's been tough. This is the sickest I've been in a while. The sickest I've been. This is the sickest I've been in like 4 years. Yeah, this is the sickest I've been in like 4 years. Or it's just like every day I get a little bit better, but I do too much and then I set myself back. So I hope that tomorrow I wake up and I'm fine. Or I hope like this little like 45 minutes doesn't do me in. But I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week coming up. Have a good next weekend. Have a good week after that. And hopefully, God willing, I'll see you guys back here on the 31st or April 1st for 418 of My Hero. So again, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you. Peace out.